What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the Street Reporter, and today is actually the death day of what they call the legendary drill rapper Lil Marc. You know, he actually lost his life early in the drill culture, but he did have songs that kind of hit rampant and did millions of views. We all know some of his songs. You know, one of his songs dissed a lot of people, no competition, a lot of people who lost their life. Lil Marc was actually killed and gunned down, I believe, in 2014 due to gun violence. The report says that he was like near a bus stop, and I believe he was shot in the head, lost his life. He was real young, 20 years old when this violence happened. But when you rewind early in the drill culture, you seen him there, you know, from one of them strong neighborhoods that they call Young Money. In my opinion, I believe that No Competition song is one of the songs that a lot of people followed with like the diss music and shit like that. Don't get me wrong, you did have E-Day and FBG Duck, but I think Lil Marc's song was one of the first songs to be very strong like that. You know, it dissed a lot of people in there, even females and all kind of things like that. The crazy part about it is, you know, I guess he's the brother of Tuka. You know, I don't know if he's the step brother or however their relationship is, but they are related, I believe, brothers somehow. And the crazy part is both of them actually lost their life near a bus stop. That's the crazy part about it. Lil Marc is one of the guys who people say Dirk was dissing early in the culture. You know, Dirk got a lot of ops, but it's not a lot of people he kind of really name dropped the diss. But Lil Marc was one of the people that kind of called Dirk Rav. I'm not sure whether he passed or not, but people say it's a lot of subliminals in his songs, especially when Dirk went back to that bus stop, where I guess he was kind of dissing Tuka or maybe Lil Marc, but they're brothers. So, you know, it was a insinuation that they was both getting dissed and shit around that time in that video. To be honest with you, Lil Marc is credited for what's going on right now, in my opinion. You know, the ops getting on social media, going live, seeing each other, disrespecting each other, or having a friendly conversation that you think is friendly, but really it's a subliminal. We all seen Bezu video with Melly go viral. Two people who don't like each other talking to each other. That type of video was already done before with Lil Marc and Lil Reese. You know, these guys kind of had like an enamoration for each other on these lives. You see the smiles in their face, even though you clearly can tell they're enemies. A lot of stories between their two neighborhoods. Marc was a close friend of Melly, Driller, and all those type of guys. And you know, Dirk and them don't really fuck with that side. So you can tell these guys had a lot of war stories between each other. It's a lot of rumors on the internet about murders and deaths and shootings and gangbanging between both these neighborhoods. So, you know, I'm going to keep you updated, you know, on Lil Marc a little bit more, because a lot of people always ask me, Truth, tell us more about Lil Marc, you know, because he did lose his life early in the culture, I believe about maybe 8-9 years ago, you know. I have opportunities to speak with people he knew, like Avina Bankroll and, you know, the 051 guys like Pre-Boy and Driller and stuff like that. A lot of people want to know about him. I know he's been gone for a long time. A lot of people don't really bring his name up a lot. We done heard it in diss records and stuff like that. And we done also heard it in records with like admiration and stuff like that. So a lot of people got love for him. You can tell there's a lot of people that kind of don't like him. But you know, a lot of people always say, Truth, can you give us more information about Lil Marc? Can you tell us a little bit more about him? So I'm going to try to give you more information about that as I get it. Keep you updated on like how he was back in the day. Maybe if he got any new music, maybe in my next interviews with somebody he's affiliated with, I'll ask them a little bit more questions about him, because I'm always asked about the legend of Lil Marc. You know, a lot of people told me he was very aggressive. You know, his murder was documented in the Chicago Sun-Times. You can actually see like a body laying on the street and stuff like that, you know. A lot of people believe the police could have picked him up and, you know, got him off the streets a little quicker than they did. But his death was very strong in the communities. A lot of diss records disrespecting him from some of your favorite artists and stuff like that. King Von kind of name dropped Lil Marc in his Exposing Me song with Memo 600. You got to understand, when Lil Marc and Lil Reese did, as far as like the internet shit with going back and forth with each other, you know, talking to each other, that's going on now. It's a lot of guys that done gained careers. Look at a guy like Memo 600, who wasn't really one of the most popular rappers. You didn't really know he rapped back in the day. You know, his internet videos, his lives, his presence on the internet kind of pushed him in the rap game where he has a big fan base. You know, that guy's dropping songs doing 250,000 views in a day without no pushes from big platforms and shit like that, you know. Look at him. Look at guys like TJ that's coming up who ain't really in the music scene but got a buzz and shit, you know. So I just wanted to tell y'all that. But today is actually the day that Lil Marc actually lost his life in Chicago. You get a chance, Google his name, go to YouTube, type in Lil Marc, type in some of his songs, check him out, give him a view or something, man. He's part of the drill culture. It's the homie truth.